What's up YouTube, welcome back to my channel, and today's video we're going to be looking at Double Cross. Now with the 17.3 update we did get a new selectable style with Double Cross. Now this edit style does go by the name the Camo Double Cross. So without further ado guys, let's get this review started. So Double Cross with the Camo edit style. Now she did get a edit style that does have a camouflage bikini and that towel. And it does change from the all black bikini she does have with the red towel. Now sadly enough, her backling did not get a selectable style, which is a little bit of a bummer. And I normally don't like it when Epic Games does not update the backling themselves, because it is part of their cosmetic and sometimes it just throws off the whole skin whenever you do see it in the item shop. Now the camo edit style just fits really good with the whole theme of the outfit, since she is a double agent and having that military camo just suits her. Now for being a rare and now having two selectable styles, I could recommend this skin to actually be purchasing. Now I normally do go for rating with the combo potentials and just how the edit styles are, and I have to say this one's very decent. You do get two different sets of edit styles, which just makes the skin a lot more worth it. She also does lose the flower she does have on her head, and they call it a day. So what's my final rating for Double Cross with the Camo edit style? I'm gonna have to give the Camo edit style a 6 out of 10. Now there's nothing to actually gloat about, it's just a camouflage for edit style, and that's it. Now it does open more combo potential for the outfit, since there is a lot of military styles out there for backlinks and gliders, but we've seen camo skins a lot during the first chapter of Fortnite, and just adding it to chapter 2 skin, it is good, but they could have went with something else. So without further ado guys, let's get these combos started. Now for our first combination with Double Cross with the Camo edit style, we're going to be pairing it up with the Raptor satchel. Now this combination goes really well because it is a very known backling and it's very popular. Now the all military style of it, the green color scheme, goes really well together. Then for the harvesting tool, we're going to be going with the Tactical Spade. Now the Tactical Spade again is a very classic harvesting tool. It does have the military shovel as a harvesting tool and it goes perfectly together. Then for the control, we're going to be going with the Saplight. Now I do like the Saplight with this combination just because it's very subtle. You do have these little branches on your hands and you do have the fireflies leaving the body. Then for the glider, we're going to be going with the Salvage Shoot. Now the Salvage Shoot just fits really well with this whole combination just because of the military style it does possess. Then for the wrap, we're going to be going with the Dogfight. Now the Dogfight does have a military camo as a weapon wrap, which goes perfectly with this color scheme and theme. Then for our next combination with Double Cross with the Camo edit style, we're going to be pairing it up with the Coral Commandos. Now at first glance, the Coral Commandos just looks like little aquatic creatures, but if you do look closely, they do have that military camo on their foreheads, which goes really well with the camo of hers. Then for the harvesting tool, we're going to be going with the Throwback Axe. Now the Throwback Axe itself is just a chapter 1 harvesting tool design, which goes perfectly and it's very simple. Then for the control, we're going to be going with the Ballistics. Now the Ballistics control is just a military ammunition on both hands and feet, which overall fits the theme. Then for the glider, we're going to be going with the Chopper. Now the Chopper is just a military style glider, which goes perfectly with the theme again. Then for the wrap, we're going to be going with the Riptide. Now the Riptide does have a military camo to actually go with the wrap. It also has a little instance of yellow, which goes perfectly because it does match perfectly. Then for our next combination with Double Cross with the Camo edit style, we are going to be pairing it up with the Arroyo Pack. Now the Arroyo Pack was introduced during chapter 2 of season 2, and for this style we're going to be going with the Jungle Camo. Now the Jungle Camo fits better with any of the other edit styles it does have with the edit style from the skin. The military camo and everything about it just goes perfectly together. Then for the harvesting tool, we're going to be going with the Sandy Shoveler. Now I know I have been used this lately a lot, but it matches perfectly with the whole summer theme of the outfit. It is basically just a shovel to shovel sand, and the color scheme is very universal because it is all black. Then for the control, we're going to be going with the Spectral Essence. The Spectral Essence, for being a wind control, fits really well with this combination. And then for the glider, we're going to be going with the Field Flyer. Now the Field Flyer does have a military style to it in a chapter 1 glider design. The wings himself in particular does have a similar camo, and that's the reason why it fits together really well. Then for the wrap, we're going to be going with the Bubbleflage. Now the Bubbleflage in my opinion is the best camo wrap out there, even though it does have bubbles and it throws it off. The design of it, the color scheme and everything about it just goes with the summer theme and the military style. Then for our next combination with Double Cross with the whole Camo edit style, we're going to be pairing it up with the Last Gasp. Now the reason why the last guys works very well is just because of the mere color scheme. Even though it does have a military background, you really can't tell just because they are containers in a rack, but it does match perfectly with the green color scheme. And then for the harvesting tool, we're going to be going the Party Crashers. Now for the Party Crashers, you do want to go with the green edit style since it's obvious it does have a similar camo. And then for the control, we're going to be going the vines. Now the vines is just very subtle but effective. The vines themselves is just vines on both hands and feet, and it is green. Then for the glide, we're going to be going the Founder's Umbrella. Even though the Founder's Umbrella does have a desert camo, it still matches really good because of the military style of it. Then for the red, we're going to be going the X marks. Now the X marks itself does have a brownish and greenish color tone to it, which actually brings the glider and the skin itself into a better coherent color scheme since it does bring them together. Then for our next combination with double cross with the camo edit style, we are going to be pairing it up with the armory bag. Now for the armory bag, it does have a green color scheme which actually fits better. Now the edit style of the green just makes the whole backpack itself green, which goes perfectly with the green camo. Then for the harvesting tool, we're going to be going the combat knife. Now the combat knife itself does look like a military combat knife, and it does match perfectly with the knife it does have on the backling. Then for the control, we're going to be going with the zip ribbons. Now the zip ribbons control with the subtle look of it, it does match perfectly with the black aesthetics from the skin. Then for the glide, we're going to be going with the custom flyer with the jungle edit style. Now the jungle edit style, similar to that of the skin, does have a similar color palette and pattern. Then for the wrap, we're going to be going with the Riptide. Now I do love the Riptide with this combination just because of the yellow accents it does have, matches perfectly with the ammunition from the backline. And then for our last combination with double cross with the camo edit style, we're going to be pairing it up with the tackle box. Now the tackle box itself was introduced during chapter 2 of season 1, and it does have a military style to it. It is mainly all green, but the green color tone matches really well with the green from the skin. Then for the harvesting tool, we're going to be going with the propeller axe. Now the propeller axe is just a propeller that you do have, and it does look like it came from a military carrier, and it just matches really well because of the green aesthetics. Then for the control, we're going to be going with the saplight. Now the saplight again is very universal. It does have the little particles of fireflies leaving the body, and it just goes really well. Then for the glide, we're going to be going with the Kosaya chopper. Now the Kosaya chopper itself is a military style chopper that is very futuristic. I do like it. It does have the green color tone, and it just goes really well together. And then for the wrap, we're going to be going with the Meowstermine. Now the Meowstermine is a very forgotten wrap, but it is perfectly fitting because it does have like a green color scheme that is similar to that of the backpack, the harvesting tool, and the skin. Now for the honorable mentions with double cross with the camo edit style, you could pair it up with anything that obviously is military. Anything with green and browns is going to look really well. Now those were the 6 combinations I did find for the new edit style for double cross. Let me know in the comments below which one's your favorite. And if you guys are new to my channel, subscribe. I post videos of fake cosmetic skins every single day. And if you want to support the channel, my code is ENIGMAKIDD, all caps, 2 Ds all together. Each time you guys use my code near the item shop or the Epic Game Store, I do get a small percentage of it, and it really helps this channel grow. And if you guys have any combo suggestions, leave them in the comments below. And for all my social media and Discord, they'll be in the description. And with that being said, guys, I'll catch you guys in the next video. See ya.